Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it.
Hello lovelies, and welcome back to another 9 Looks Nails video. Today I'm getting right into this super cool freestyle that my client brought to me, and watch me eat it and leave no crumbs. So I'm starting with my nail clipper, and I'm just going in with my magnets and getting the desired shape. A lot of times when I pull this out, my clients are like, ooh, that's convenient. And yes, it very much is. So if you're a nail tech and you're struggling with getting all of your nails the same length, that is so $19.99, girl. You need to upgrade and get whatever you need to give your clients the best quality and experience possible. So normally I would size, move their finger, but everyone does not have the fingers that are made to move like that, and sometimes it's a struggle. So to make it easier on myself and comfortable for my clients, I just go in with those magnets. So I am using my straight no curve tips, and I'm going in with my straight edge clipper and just getting the nails to the desired shape. So she wanted a stiletto nail, but she did not want them super thin taper stiletto. So they do have quite a curvature, maybe like a ballerina stiletto, but that's totally fine with me. So we're going in and just getting the shaping to our desired liking, and then I'll go in with my nail file and just go ahead and get those tips shaped into the stiletto shape that I like. And I think at this point she said she wanted them thin stiletto, because I would only remove that extra side if I want them thinner. So I think at that point she said, yeah, we can do the regular stiletto, because I feel like she wanted an almond stiletto at first, and then we changed it to stiletto. So yeah, because it's a difference. It's definitely a difference. And we proceed. So the design that she wanted did calls for clear acrylic. So I tell y'all all the time I use me a Secret Cover Nude blush, period. But now I'm going to use my Mia Secret clear acrylic, which I have not worked with just a clear acrylic as a base in a minute. I do add encapsulated nails sometimes, but as a full set, girl, she did it, but it was very easy to do. So, because just with the lighting in my eyes, like, you really cannot see that clear. So you got to walk by faith, girl, and know that you are laying that acrylic to the best of your ability. So I did make sure to apply the acrylic fairly thick to make sure that once I'm removing and shaping at the end, that I'm getting the shape that I'm looking for. So after we clip all of these nails to our desired stiletto-ness, I'm going to go in with my 80/80 grit nail file, get those shaped right on up, and now we're going in with our Mia Secret monomer and clear acrylic, and we're going to go ahead and get these nails laid. It is the same process as if I was doing with my nude base. So I'm just making sure to move that acrylic down the nail. But with this one, I do want to make sure that I keep it fairly wet, because the design is primarily see-through on the nail, so I just did not want to have any air bubbles. So when working with clear acrylic, if you have any dryness in your beading, then the air bubbles will show through once you put your top coat. So just making sure to keep the beads fairly wet so that you get that true glass crystal clear foundation, and that's pretty much the gist. So this design was super cool, alienistic, like futuristic, but I was like, oh yes, I have to give my clients, somebody this winter is going to get some glass nails, some ice crystal nails. I just can see like ice crystals and snowflakes, like so super cute. So I'm going to have to remember to run the clear acrylic back and keep her out into the front, because this just reminded me, and it's the winter time, so why not do crystal nails? I always say I want my clients' nails because now I'm like, well, I can do it on me. Oh my God, I want some clear nails now. So I'm not going to talk your head off, girl. The acrylic application is pretty self-explanatory. I'm making sure to keep the beads fairly wet so that I don't get any air bubbles. And then I'm making sure to build these stilettos up because the clear acrylic is, for one, clear, and I just don't think that it has the thickness consistency as my nude. So I'm making sure to build her up a little thicker so that when I do my shaping, I can get it down to the exact shape I want and not have any flatness or anything like that. So it does appear, to me, it looks like quite a bit of acrylic, but I'm working it down the nail and still getting the same shape, but I will de-fluff the nails in the end. So I'm not going to ramble. I'm going to let you guys watch me work with this clear, and then we'll get right into this design. It is a pretty cool technique, and I can't wait to share it. And here is a little dusty view after I did all my shaping. As you can see, I got them girls so good, shaped to the T. We got this stiletto popping, and they were so sharp and so very much clear. Like, I love how they turned out. I would do those with just a little bling right in the center, and chef's kiss. So I am taking my rhinestone squeeze gel, and I squeezed it on my top, and then I did go in with a little bit of black gel polish. And this is how I'm going to do the silver chrome 3D texture. So to get the 3D, I used to just do the design that I wanted, then had to go back in with black so that the chrome stands up. But okay, I got those clips out of order. But I'm just squeezing the rhinestone gel on the tube. It was pretty hard. And then I'm going in with the black gel polish, like I said, and just creating the texture that way. I did used to do it in a reverse, but I always like to work smart and not hard. So instead of doing the clear and painting over it and potentially messing up that super clear base that we got, I mixed the two together, and then I'm able to go in and create the pattern that I want on the nail. So she did have two different pictures, and I just morphed the two together and gave her the design that she was looking for. So with this 3D gel and then also having the gel polish in it, I am going to work in my back and forth manner because I don't want the gel polish to spread or level out or get flat or anything. So to keep the true thickness, I'm going to go ahead and throw her right into the LED light after I create the shaping that I want on this nail. So with this type of design, it's no perfect shaping. You do want some imperfections in it. So I'm making sure to have some spots thin, some a little thicker, some a little higher and lower, and just working that texture. And that's how you do a very good texture set. So I'm going to do that, and then I am making sure to have larger openings as well as smaller openings, because in the larger openings there will be another element added into those. So just keeping the movement of the nails. I'm always making sure to look at the design. I will call it a design. I guess this is a design, but I will always make sure to look at the finger beside it, just to make sure that my mind is not telling me to do the exact same design on each finger. So y'all know how I get. I'm not going to do that matchy same finger, because I could have did a figure 8 on all the fingers and been done. But I want to give my clients the sets that they have always wanted. So I make sure to take my time, see the set completely through, and finish out those little bitty details that would easily get overlooked if someone that wasn't as patient as myself was doing the nails. So I'm tooting my own horn and patting myself on the back because I really do take it there for my clients, and I just love that so much for them. So I'm not going to talk y'all head off. I say that every time, and then I still find myself talking y'all head off. But I'm not going to talk y'all head off. I'm going to let y'all watch me create a few more of these fingers, and then we'll get into the other elements of completing this design. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you already know to leave them down in the comment section, and I'll be right back to let you guys know if it's anything that I need to let y'all know. So after getting all the fingers done, they have cured for a couple times, and I always like to let my black cure twice anyway, just so that I can get the super shine of the chrome. So now I'm just going in with my silver chrome and my little sponge stick, and I'm going to rub the chrome all over the entire nail. Now, because this was the first finger that I did, the first two fingers were a little bit too dry, so I will have to be mindful next time to go ahead and apply the chrome by the third finger on the first two. It did still take the chrome, but it just took a little more elbow grease versus the other fingers that just had the 1 and 2 and 3 cures. This one had like 5 or 6. So, you know, she's like super dry right now. But I was like, I'm going to come back to it because I know it just needs a little bit more elbow grease for me to push it into that black gel polish. But for the most part, it did what it needed to do. So I am just going crazy with the chrome because once I dust off any area that does not have any gel polish or a sticky element to it, it will just brush right off. So don't be alarmed and think that like this finger went on like butter. Like you see how that chrome just took right to that gel. Those first two fingers was a little bit dry. So then every finger following, you know, it was pretty fairly easy. So I was like, okay, that's what made me think like it must have gotten too dry because I know she didn't hit them. I'm watching. Anytime I work with chrome, I tell my clients, please be still. Put your hand in and out. Put it on top of the hand rest and don't get to scratching your head and looking at the phone, trying to eat. Like this is chrome. Anything that touches that black, it will not come out right. So I just knew it took a little more chrome and a little more elbow juice. See, now I'm able to push that chrome in there. So I'm making sure to hold her finger really good. Give her something to rest on because with pushing down on this nail, you know, it could feel a little weird. So even with this one, it just went straight on like butter. I had no problems. She looked good. My client reached back. She said, I knew you was going to do it. I knew you was going to do it. I love that my clients have faith in me. I love that they could bring me any design. And I'm going to try to execute it to the best of my abilities. It's not ever a time where I feel like I'm just telling my clients no. Only time I'm telling no is on a Monday, baby. Because that's my off day. Nope. I won't do it. But other than that, we move on. So now I'm taking my duster brush, and as you can see, anything that was not gel polished, that chrome and glitter is just going to come right off. So do not be alarmed. She was like, I don't know. But when I wiped it off, baby, trust me, I'm a doctor. So now, after getting all of the excess chrome removed, all of the nails dust off, and made sure that I got all the chrome on, I'm going to go in with my Beetles brand clear top coat. And I just grabbed it only because it was right next to me. I normally would use them because they come free when I buy the colors, and it definitely gives me no problems. So I do grab her from time to time. So I'm just going to go in and apply this all over the 3D texture as well as the base of the nail. I'm getting all the areas, and I'm being mindful not to flood the cuticles because when working with chrome, you do get chrome in that crack, and if you apply the gel polish on top of it, then it will stay there. So I'm making sure to only apply the top coat on the nail, and it does take a little skill because once I finish, I'm going to wipe the complete area with a alcohol wipe and remove any of that excess chrome that's just in her cuticle area. So some people are alarmed by that and they're like, do I have to walk around like this? But girl, when we get to the end, it's like she knew what she was doing, period. So you see how I just use the side of my brush and go around that area. I'm making sure not to flood the cuticle area. That is a big thing with chrome because I do see people taking their after pictures and I just know the mistake that they made. And most of the times I will, if I see people making nail mistakes, I don't just comment and bombard their comment section with, you need to do this better, or you need to do this like this. I'll send them a message because, you know, all the times people don't want constructive criticism. So I'll send my message, but it lands a little softer when you're not just putting them on blast like they're doing something wrong. So I always send helpful tips when I see them, and I will refer people to my videos because I'm just here to help. I want all of us to produce very nice and well looking nails and please the clients, because that's why we're here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that clear all over them, and they look so good as is. So she did have 2 pictures, and the first picture was this by itself, but she also wanted that 3D texture, so that's coming up next. Stay tuned. So after I got them cured, I am going in with this 3D builder gel or molding gel that we like to use without gloves, honey, and I'm going to use it without gloves today. But then I just put it on the thing because it is still sticky, so I put it on the little flat thing and start chopping it up, chopping it screwed. But I mean, you guys gotta relax. For the people that's just, oh, this is harmful, honey, breathing is harmful, and here we are. So I'm just going to take this 3D gel and get it in those larger areas. And as you can see, I'm just going to make sure to move her in right there. And I'm getting it right smack dab in that area, but I don't want it overlapping over the chrome because I still want you to see it. So I'm just making sure to get her shaped exactly like the shaping that I did. And then with this same tool, because we want to see the texture, the second picture that she had was like a snake texture, and I know I had seen someone on TikTok do this specific technique, so I be doing my homework, girl, and when my clients bring me something, I'm like, yes, I know how to do it. Like, they don't know how to do it? What? So I'm getting her nice and smooth into the shaping, and then I'm just going to take the side of the tool and roll it into the molding gel and get that texture on to the molding gel. So soon as I stop out talking myself, girl, we'll get there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the side, and then we're just gonna roll it. I'm not pressing down too hard because, see, we changed the shaping a little bit. So this is my first time doing it. I am learning the technique at the same time of doing it for the first time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna chop some of that off of there because it just looked like it's spilling out of that area. Yeah, so we're gonna take some of that off, but it's not dry until I cure it. So once I remove that, I'm just going to go in and refine that texture with my little tool. So I'm learning that it does not take much, and now the next area can get that. So I do think I did a 1 finger gets 2 texture bubbles, and the next finger got 1, and then the next finger got 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, like that, just to add a little bit more motion to the set, because why not? So I'm going to go back in with the side of my tool. Now I feel like a professional, girl, because I only did this for the second time. So next, I'm going to just roll in, and I'm not pushing down too hard, and I'm making sure that I get the size as well, because I want her to see that texture anytime she moves her hand. And once I cure it in the light, the texture will still be there. So it did take a few times of curing this gel, but for the first time it will be a flash cure. But I like that I did finger to finger, finger to finger, because it allowed the nail to get multiple rounds of curing so that it could keep that shape. So while doing the nails, I just discovered that, hey, it looked like this not. It looked like it's doing something, and I'm gonna work it out until I figure it out. So we just adding that texture. I'm defining that texture before I put it in the light. I want it to be very, very strong, and y'all can see it. I'm going back and forth till I get it right, and then we're gonna throw her right in the light, and we'll move on to the next one. And with the next one, I know, okay, we're gonna use smaller beads, but we still gonna do the same technique. Put that one in. She couldn't stop looking at it. I'm like, girl, put your nail in. I be telling my clients to put their hand in, and they got a QC and quality control and check it before they put it in. Girl, why y'all do that? Why y'all do auntie like that? Put it in, and then we'll look at the end, grand reveal. I have some clients that do not look at their nails at all, not one time, until I'm finished, because they trust me that much. I don't think the other clients don't trust me that much, but you know, they don't look until I'm done, and they like toe it up every time. Our faith is different, but they still got faith because they book with your girl. So I can't complain, quite literally. I love it. So we continue to move, and I'm going to do the same thing. And yes, my nails are very much eating. I love these, and I have a client coming this week to get these exact nails because, yeah, she loved them. I'm in an era of playing around with some textures and some things, so we really love it. We're going to take nails to the next level, especially where I'm from. Yeah. So just keep watching, I'm going to let you guys see this technique over and over and over until we finish. And once I get this cured, I am going to clean up the cuticle area and we will be done with these nails, okay? And now that all the texture nails are done, here is the finished look. I absolutely love how these turned out. So alienistic mixed with the glass nails, chef's kiss. If you want to see more of this set or any of my upcoming posts, then make sure you follow me on my socials. Bye.